The differential equation of a simple pendulum is d square x divided by dt square plus w square x is equal to f into sine nt, where w and f are constants. If at t is equal to 0, comma x is equal to 0 and dx by dt is equal to 0, determine the motion when n is equal to w. First, what we have to do, we have to write the given equation in the form of differential operator. So here d square plus w square whole into x, because in terms of x they have given, that is equal to f into sine nt. So auxiliary equation is m square plus omega square is equal to 0. So m is equal to plus or minus omega I. Sorry, wi. So we write the complementary function as C1 cos Wt plus C2 sin Wt, because it comes under the case 3, complex pair of roots. Now write the particular solution. In the right side, that is f into sine nt divided by d square plus w square. But they have asked here, determine the motion when n is equal to w. So we can write if n is equal to w. So our xp means particular solution, it becomes f into sine wt, because in the place of n we are substituting w. Again, here it is in the type 2, it is in the form type 2. So w square, or else you can write d square plus w square. Here d square is replaced by minus a square. Our a value is w square, w. So it becomes minus w square. So particular solution xp is equal to f sine wt divided by minus w square plus w square. Here it becomes denominator is equal to 0. In the next step, xp is equal to, here in terms of t we have to write. So f into t divided by differentiation of d square is 2d into sine wt. So 1 by d is the reciprocal of the integration. So we can write sine wt into dt. So minus ft divided by 2 integration of sine wt is cos wt divided by w. So therefore general solution xt is equal to, here xc plus xp. So xc means c1 cos wt plus c2 sin wt xp minus ft divided by 2w cos wt. Call this one as the equation 1. Now to determine the motion, we have to find differentiation of x of t is x dash of t. So minus c1w sin wt plus c2w cos wt. Here with respect to t, so we have to use the product rule. First, I will write cos wt as it is. Differentiation of the t is 1 plus, again t I will write as it is. Differentiation of cos wt is minus w into sin wt. Now call this one as a equation 2. They have given the condition. If a t is equal to 0, x is equal to 0. So in equation 1, so what we can write, x of 0 is 0, because if t is equal to 0 and x is equal to 0. So it means x of, here we can write 0 is equal to, here t is equal to 0 means C1, here minus ft divided by 2 omega, sorry 2w. Here x of 0 is 0. So C1 minus ft divided by 2w. So C1 is equal to ft divided by 2w. Next, to find out the x dash of t, dx by dt, directly they have given 0. Substitute in the equation 2. So dx by dt is 0. Again t is equal to 0 means minus C1, sorry, C2w plus C2w minus f by 2 into 1 into 1. Here I left w, here you write w. That implies C2 is equal to f divided by 2w square, because if we shift this minus f divided by 2w into the LHS side, cross multiply this w, so we will get C2 is equal to f divided by 2w square. So they have asked here, I write here the final solution here. So they have asked, thus the motion, what is the condition when n is equal to w is, substitute in the equation 1, x of t is equal to C1 value is ft divided by, wait a minute. Yes, here we have made a small mistake. So here we are substituting t is equal to 0. Here it should be 0. Yes, make a change in your notebook. Sorry for the this thing. F of 0. So whole term we will get 0. So here we get C1 is equal to 0. So C1 is equal to 0. Here I will write C1 is equal to 0. Make a change. Here you can write when x is equal to 0, t is equal to 0. Here also you can write when t is equal to 0 and x dash of t is equal to 0. So here when t is equal to 0, C1 will become 0. Thus the motion when n is equal to w is x of t is equal to, or x is equal to, C1 is 0, C2. C2 means f divided by t omega 2 omega w square sine wt minus ft divided by 2w into cos wt. Final answer is f divided by 2w square sine omega sine wt minus ft divided by 2w into cos wt This is the solution for the fourth one. Let's make a change here which I have mentioned. If t is equal to 0, last term f of t, it will become where in that t is 0. So complete C1 will become 0. The current I and the charge Q in a series circuit containing containing an inductance L, capacitance C, and electromotive force E satisfy the differential equation L into di by dt plus Q by C is equal to E. I is equal to dq by dt. See the condition. Express Q and I in terms of t, given that L, C, E are constants and the value of I, Q are both 0 initially This is the question. Now we have to rewrite this equation. First I will write this equation as it is, what they have given in the question. Then we will make a change. So first thing what they have given, I is equal to dq by t. So I write here L into d by dt. In the place of I, we have to write dq by dt plus Q by C is equal to E. Next, divide throughout by L. So d square Q divided by dt square plus Q divided by L into C is equal to E by L. Here for our assumption, we can take we can take 1 divided by LC is equal to lambda square and mu is equal to E by L. So the differential equation will be d square plus lambda square whole into Q is equal to mu. What is the auxiliary equation? M square plus lambda square is equal to 0. So M is equal to plus or minus lambda I. Here in terms of Q they have given, we can see write the complementary equation in the form of Q. QC is equal to, this also comes under in the complex pair of roots, that is case 3. So C1 cos lambda t plus C2 sin lambda t. After this particular solution is in the place of E by L we have taken mu. So mu divided by d square plus lambda square. This means e power 0t. Nothing is there. So we can take e power 0t. So here it comes under the case type 1. A is equal e power ax. So replace d by a. So mu divided by here a value is 0. So we get lambda square. Therefore Q is equal to QC plus QP. That is equal to C1 cos lambda t plus C2 sin lambda t plus mu divided by lambda square. Call this one as a equation 1. Now we have to differentiate Q with respect to t. So it becomes Q dash of t is equal to minus C1 lambda. Differentiation of cos lambda t is minus lambda into sin lambda t plus C2 differentiation of sine lambda t is lambda into cos lambda t. Last one, there is no t term, so we can write 0 because differentiation of constant term is 0. Call this one as a equation 2. But what they have given in the question, we can see I and Q both are 0. So Q is equal to 0, or else you can write Q of 0 is equal to 0 and Q dash of 0 is equal to 0. Substitute in the equation, or else we can write hence equation 1 and 2 becomes equation 1 and 2 becomes, so equation 1 Q of 0 is 0, that is equal to C1 plus mu by lambda square. So C1 is equal to minus mu by lambda square. Next, equation 2, 0 is equal to C2 into lambda. So C2 is equal to 0. So we can write, therefore, equation 1 becomes, substitute in the equation 1, Q of t is equal to C1 is minus mu by lambda square into cos lambda t. C2 is 0, so don't write, plus mu by lambda square. Now, I will take this mu by lambda square outside, so we can write 1 minus cos lambda t. So again here, we all know that mu is E by L, lambda square is 1 divided by LC. So here L will get cancelled, we get EC for mu by lambda square. Next, substitute the same thing. So Q of t is equal to E into C, 1 minus cos of lambda square is 1 by LC. Here we have lambda, so 1 divided by root of LC into t. Root of LC into t. Next, after this, yes, I write here, after this, after finding up to here, they asked us to find both Q and I. We already found Q of t. Q of t is EC into 1 minus cos of 1 divided by root of LC into t. Now, I of t is nothing but Q dash of t. That is equal to, again C1 is minus mu by lambda square into lambda sine lambda t. Again C2 is 0, don't mention. Now mu is minus E by L. Lambda will get cancelled. Again only remaining will be lambda. In that lambda place, what we have to write? Root 1 divided by root of LC into sine of 1 divided by root of LC into t. So this root of LC both will go to the numerator. So minus E into root of L root of C divided by, for this L I will write root L into root L. So root L will get cancelled. Remaining sine 1 divided by root of LC into t. So finally we get minus of E into root of C by L whole into sine of 1 divided by root LC into t. Partial differential equation. Partial differential equations. So let us see some of the general definitions. General definitions. Yes. An equation involving one or more partial derivatives of a function of two or more variables is called a partial differential equation. A partial differential equation. So we know the partial differential equation, usually we denote it by a dou x by dou y, or the symbol is dou. So now let us see the definition for the order. The order of a partial differential equation is the order of the highest derivative. Next, same thing, we can see the degree. The degree of the partial differentiation is the degree of highest order derivative after clearing the equation of fractional powers. Next, a partial differential equation is said to be linear if it is of first degree. See the condition, when it is said to be linear means when it is having the degree of first degree in the dependent variable and its partial derivatives. Next, if each term of the partial differential equation contains either the dependent variable or one of its partial derivatives. Then the partial differential equation is said to be homogeneous. Homogeneous means in the RHS side we will be having 0. Otherwise, it is called to be a non-homogeneous partial differential equation. A non-homogeneous partial differential equation. So these are the definition. Under this definition, we see some of the examples. So let us move to the examples here. So you know the order, the difference between the order and the degree. So some of the examples we see here. First example, dou z by dou x plus dou z by dou y is equal to 0. Here I write order, here I write degree, and which partial differential equation? Yes, what is the order of this first example? Order means partial differentiation. Which order? First order, second order, third order, like that. Order of this is, what is the order? Yes, first order, and degree will be whole power 1. Here nothing is there means we can write 1. Here also degree is 1. Which partial differentiation is, the differential equation is this? Right side is 0. Homogeneous or non-homogeneous?
Homogeneous.
Yes, very good. Homogeneous. Next, second one, dou square z divided by dou x into dou y is equal to x into y. Which order?
Second order.
Second order. What is the degree of this one?
1.
Degree is 1. So whether it is a homogeneous or non-homogeneous?
Non-homogeneous.
Yes, non-homogeneous. Next, dou square z divided by dou x square is equal to dou z by dou y plus 2z. Yes, here also which is the highest order?
Second order.
Second order. What is the degree here also? For which is the highest order? For that order only we have to give the write the degree, not for the other. Highest order what it will be? For that order only we have to write degree. What is the degree?
1.
Yes. Which partial differentiation is this? Which partial differentiation? So here you can write dou square z divided by dou x square minus dou z by dou y is equal to 2z. Now you can tell. Which partial differential equation? Homogeneous or non-homogeneous?
Non-homogeneous.
Yes, very good. Non-homogeneous. Next, fourth one. Dou square z divided by dou x square plus dou square z divided by dou y square is equal to 0. What is the order?
2.
What is the degree?
1.
Which partial differential equation?
Homogeneous.
Yes, very good. Homogeneous. Last example. Dou cube z divided by dou x square into dou y is equal to cos of 2x plus 3y. Which order?
Third order.
Three.
Third one.
Third order, ma'am. Degree 1.
1. Partial differential equation.
Non-homogeneous.
Yes, very good. Non-homogeneous. Non-homogeneous. These are the examples. Let us move to the next one. Next topic is formation of partial differential equation by eliminating arbitrary constants and arbitrary functions. So write the procedure. So here given a relation of the form will be in the form f of x comma y comma z comma a comma b is equal to 0, where z is a function of x comma y, and a and b are arbitrary constants. So what we have to do? We have to differentiate. The given relation with respect to x and y partially. After differentiating, what we have to do? Eliminate the arbitrary constants. Arbitrary constants a and b to form the partial differential equation. This is the procedure. Now, here we use some of the notations for the first order partial differentiation, second order differentiation. So let us consider here. Note, right, standard notations when z is a function of two independent variables x comma y will be used. Let us see the first one. If it is dou z by dou x, we will write p. You have to memorize these notations, because throughout we will use the same notation. When it comes dou z by dou x, we will write p. When it comes dou z by dou y, we write q. When dou square z divided by dou x square, we write r. This is nothing but double time differentiation of z with respect to x. Next, dou square z divided by dou y square. For this, it is little change. We will move to the t. That is equal to double time differentiation of partial differentiation of z with respect to y. Next, dou square z divided by dou x into dou y. Here we will use z with respect to x, partially first differentiation. Next, z x with respect to y, that is second time differentiation. This we will call it as a yes. These are the notations throughout the module we are going to use. So don't forget for which term we are going to write which one. See here, there is a gap between r and t because after r, for partial differentiation with respect to y double time, that we have to denote it by t. So don't get confused. Let us see one small problem. Let us see one small problem. Yes, any doubt up to here? Before moving to the problem, any doubt you have? Any doubt in the definition and examples? Shall I move to the problem? One problem we will see, remaining we will see in the next class. Yes. Here, write the heading. Form the PDE by eliminating the arbitrary constants. Arbitrary constants. So first one, z is equal to x plus a into y plus b. So I just write once again z is equal to x plus a into y plus b. Call this one as a equation 1. According to our procedure, we have to do differentiate partially with respect to x. Yes, what is the differentiation of z with respect to x partially? What is the differentiation?
0, 1.
Yes, dou z by dou x, that is equal to, here right side it won't come 0 because we are going to differentiate z with respect to x partially. So we have to write in the LHS side dou z by dou x. What about here differentiation of x partially? What is the differentiation of x?
1, 1.
Yes, 1. So 1, anyhow constant a is 0 into, this is a constant term, so y plus b. Now see the notation, dou z by dou x, which letter we have to write? See the notation. What
P,
we have
ma'am.
P, ma'am.
Yes, very good. P is equal to y plus b. So consider this one as a equation 2. So next, differentiate partially with respect to y. What it will come in the left side? Z with respect to y partially. What it will come? Here with respect to x means dou z by dou x. What about with respect to y?
Dou z by dou y.
Yes, very good. Dou z by dou y. Here I write x plus a as a constant term. What is the differentiation of y? Partially?
1.
Yes,
1, ma'am.
very good. 1. So call this one as a equation 3. So these two values we have to substitute in the equation 1. What is our equation 1 here? Left side z I will write as it is. Right side x plus a. So in the equation 3, so here we can write dou z by dou y as a q is equal to x plus a. So I call this one as a equation 3. So x plus a value we have q, and y plus b we have p. So final answer z is equal to p into q is the required partial differential equation. 1, 2z is equal to x square divided by a square plus y square divided by b square. So directly, yes, once again I will write, it's okay. Let 2z is equal to x square divided by a square plus y square divided by b square. This is the thing. Now let us call this one as a equation 1. Now differentiate partially with respect to x. What we get? What is the differentiation of the left side? I write 2 as it is. Z with respect to x partially.
Dou z by dou.
Yes, very good. Dou z by dou x is equal to. Here plus is there. So when you are differentiating a constant term completely, it will become 0. For the second term, I am telling. What is the differentiation of x square partially?
2x, ma'am.
Yes, 2x divided by a square I will write as it is. So plus differentiation of the constant term. There is no x term, so I write 0. 2 will get cancelled. Dou z by dou x we write it as a p. So I write here x by a square. So I want for the constant term. Here constant term means a and b. So I rewrite this one as a square is equal to x divided by p. I call this one as a equation 2. Next, differentiate partially with respect to y. So what we get here in the right side, z with respect to y partially means
Dou
z,
z by dou y.
yes, very good. Dou z by dou y is equal to, in the first term, we are not finding any y term, so it is a constant, so I will put 0 plus. What is the differentiation of the y square?
2y, ma'am.
Dou y.
Very good. 2y divided by b square, I will write as it is. 2 will get cancelled. Dou z by dou y is q is equal to y by b square. So we need a constant value, that is b square is equal to y by q to eliminate. So I call this one as equation 3. Both I will substitute in the equation 1. So I write 2z as it is. In the x square place, I write x square as it is. In the place of a square, I write x divided by b plus. In the y square, I write as it is. In the place of b square, I write q y by q. So y, x will get cancelled. 2z is equal to, this p will go to the numerator. So it becomes xp plus, again this q will go to the numerator, yq is the required partial differential equation.